everybody, my name is Harry. Today I will tell you about erosion and weathering. So, what is erosion and weathering? Erosion is the form that water, wind, or animals carry bits of rocks and dirt and soil to a new place. For example, there's a lake and the lake keep flowing and flow. When water is flowing, it carries the soil and dirt from the ground, and it will carry it to the ocean or some new place. The Grand Canyon is formed by the Colorado River. It took a lot of years to form the beautiful canyon, while erosion is a slow changes to the surface. Sometimes it took decades or years to form the new land. There are a lot of common erosions. For example, on a mountain, there's snow, and when we're talking about cold mountains on top, so the snow fall down and will carry the soil. So the top layer of the soil will be taken out and will fall down to the ground. Next up is weathering. Well, weathering, I'm not talking about the weather outside sunny, cold, rainy. What's weathering? Weathering is a process that living things break off rocks, like plants. Like plants. When, for example, there are rocks here, and kind of like some plants grow between them. As they grow, the roots start breaking off the rocks. Well, animals can also cause weathering too. Like ants, and many others. Rabbits can do that too. Some rabbits live underground. So, as they dig a burrow, some rabbits dig the burrow into some cracks of the rocks. So, the crack will get bigger and bigger, and sometimes it will open the rock too. So, there are three kinds of weathering: chemical weathering, mechanical weathering, and biological weathering. The chemical weathering is caused by chemical things such as acid, hot water, and many more else. So the chemical inside can cause the rock to crack open, and the chemical will run into the rock, and sometimes it is very hot. Some chemicals are very hot, and day by day they'll kind of crack open the rock. Next is mechanical weathering. And I don't really know much about that, but I know much about the biological weathering, which it is created by all living things, like animals and plants, trees and flowers. As I say, as the tree grows, when a tree is growing between two rocks or in the rock or something, it will as they grow, the roots will slowly break away. Um, Same things happen to glaciers. Glaciers will as glaciers happen to erosion. That when a piece of ice is floating in the on the water, so the water will carry the small bits of ice out, making the ice smaller. And another reason that there's a big piece of ice, a ginormous piece of ice, and some wind could some wind suddenly a piece of ice fall off, and that's weathering. And that's sometimes it can be weathering or erosion. So now this is the conclusion. Erosion means a process of something, a process of water, wind, wind carry away bits of rocks and dirt to a new place. And weathering is something that break apart rock. I mean that weathering is something natural things like wind and living things break rocks into smaller pieces. And that is something I can tell you about erosion and weathering. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.